welcome to Tizoguitar. If you're new here, my name is Tyler Griffiths. I go by Tizo, and this channel is all about learning guitar, but with a special focus on R&B music. So I know you saw that title. In today's lesson, we're going to be going over how to play Feels Like Summer, or Be My Summer, not Feels Like Summer, that's the Childish Gambino song. Be My Summer by Snoh Aalegra. The song is really beautiful. I like the way it sounds on acoustic, so I'll be doing acoustic today, which is different for me if you know the channel. But in any case, definitely want you to get the chance, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe, leave a like on the video, do all the fun stuff that the algorithm loves to see so that more people can find my channel and learn just like you. So that means liking, comment, subscribing, sharing, clicking the bell so you're notified whenever I go live, and that way you don't miss anything. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start off by just learning the chords, okay? So we're gonna pop over to camera 2. All right, so first thing we're gonna learn is the chords for the intro, which you'll see at the bottom right. So the first chord that we're gonna need to know is this A over C sharp. It's basically an A major chord, but it's an inversion where we're putting the third note in the lowest part. So it's gonna be like the third note is moving to the bass, which makes it first inversion A major. Anyway, make sure we have volume. So the way you'll play that is you're gonna bar with your index finger on the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings. And then you're gonna put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the A string, just playing those inside 4 strings. Looks like that. All right, so that's our A over C sharp, or A major basically. Next chord is gonna be a D minor 7. So we're gonna have our bar on fret 5 from the A string down. We're gonna put our ring finger on the D string, 7th fret, middle finger on the B string, 6th fret, and play those inside 4 strings once again. Then we're gonna take that same exact shape and just slide it up 2 more frets to where our bar is on fret 7 now, and play that E minor 7. All right, and the last chord that you'll need to know for the intro portion is this B diminished 7. It's kind of an awkward chord shape to get the hang of, but it's very useful, especially for a lot of other R&B songs as like a turnaround chord when a progression starts over, which is exactly how we're using it now. So we're gonna put our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. We're gonna put our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the D string. Pointer finger is gonna go on the 1st fret of the G string. And pinky is gonna go on the 3rd fret of the B string, playing the inside 4 strings once again. All right, so that's our B diminished 7. So all we have all together, A over C sharp, we have a D minor 7, followed by E minor 7, and then our B diminished 7. All right, so take some time to get comfortable with those shapes. If you're watching the stream after it gets posted to the channel. If not, we're just gonna keep moving along, and you can always come back to this point in the video to refresh your memory. All right, so the actual intro starts on the D minor 7. So we're gonna hold the D minor 7 for 1 measure. It's basically a 4 count. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Move on to the E minor 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then onto this, the E minor 7 gets held for 1.5 measures. So it's like you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Then you switch chords to that B diminished 7. So what that'll sound like is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go right to our A over C sharp. So all together, this is just the intro starting on that D minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we're getting back to here. When we get to that A over C sharp, we're gonna play that for 4 counts. We're gonna play the D minor 7 for 4 counts, and the rest of it's the same. So it's like we're doing what we started with the intro, but we're just putting this A over C sharp at the front of it now. So 1 measure A over C sharp, 1 measure of D minor 7, 1.5 measures of the E minor 7, half a measure or 2 count for the B diminished 7. All right, so that's gonna be your intro. So it's gonna start D minor 7, go all the way through. At the top of it, we go back to the A over C sharp, go all the way through. All right, once you've played that twice, that is the entire intro, okay? So then we're moving on to the verse now. So verse chords are gonna be pretty much the same chords, but we're gonna be adding 2 more. All right, so I'm gonna show those. All right, so the 2 chords we're gonna be adding are basically C major chords. The first is gonna be a C major 7, which you can play by barring the 3rd fret or just putting your index finger on the 3rd fret A string. I usually choose to bar. We're gonna put ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string. We're gonna put middle finger on the 4th fret of the G string. And we're gonna put our pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. So once again, just those inside 4 strings. That's our C major 7. All right. Now the next one we're gonna be needing to know is a C major 9, which is a really beautiful chord. Doesn't that just sound like jazz or like peace? So for this one, we're just gonna put middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. We're gonna put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string. We're gonna put our pinky, it's gonna go on the 4th fret of the G string. And then ring finger's tucked back there on the B string, 3rd fret. All right, so that's our C major 9. So those are the only 2 extra chords we're gonna need for the verse. So the way it goes is we're gonna start out on our A over C sharp. So I'll pull that back up so you can see those chords. So we're gonna play the same sequence that we did initially, but for the first 2 times around, we actually don't play the B diminished 7. So what it's gonna look like is we're gonna do 1 measure of A over C sharp, 1 measure of D minor 7, and then 2 full measures, or basically 8 whole counts of the E minor 7. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back up top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's the first 2 times through that progression. We're just playing everything on the screen except for the B diminished 7th currently. Then we're gonna go ahead and switch, and we're gonna play the A over C sharp. We're gonna play the D minor 7. And then this time, instead of going to the E minor 7 as before, we're gonna go to that C major 7 for 2 measures. All right, so it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's how it's gonna go on that 3rd time around. So first time is gonna be A, D minor 7, E minor 7. So the first 2 times, and the 3rd time is gonna be A, D minor 7, C major 7 for 2 measures. Then the 4th time around, we're gonna do the A over C sharp, D minor 7, and then our C major 9 for 1.5 measures, and then we're gonna bring back that B diminished 7. So what that'll sound like is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that B diminished 7 comes back on the last time through, or the 4th time through those chords. Okay? So that will take you all the way through the verse. So we're really flying through. All we have left is probably the most recognizably guitar portion of the song, and that's gonna be the chorus, okay? So in the background, they have either some kind of synth or some piano playing the same chord changes, where we're just doing A, D minor 7, E minor 7, and B diminished 7. So while that's being taken care of by that synth, we'll call it, we're gonna be playing this little arpeggiated section. So I'm gonna pull up those chords. Tons of chords in this one. So we got 3 more chords we have to use. So the first one is gonna be an A suspended 2, where you can play This is the way I definitely recommend playing is with the middle finger on that G string, because it makes it easier to transition to the other chords. So middle finger, G string, 2nd fret. Index finger is going to go on D string, 2nd fret, and we're going to play the inside 4 strings, but we're really just going to play them one at a time. That's called arpeggiating. So we're taking those individual chord tones and we're playing them one after another. Okay, letting it ring out all together. So make sure you let all the ones on the way down to that B string, let all those ones ring out as you're going down. If you're not familiar with finger picking, what I have is my thumb is resting kind of sideways on the A string, and then I have my index finger, my middle finger, and my ring finger each on the next strings down. So index finger's on the D string, middle finger's on the G string, ring finger is on the B string, kind of ready to go, and kind of curled like this in a little bit of a hook shape. So this is the side view of my hand. And so every finger is resting on the string it's about to pluck, so it's just a matter of just small movements. You can see I don't move very much at all on my picking hand. You can get everything to ring out nice and clear and be ready to go for the next chord. So practice that motion if you're not familiar with it already. Okay, so that's the first chord. Second chord is going to be an F major 7, and the transition for that's really easy. Keep your middle finger exactly where it is. I want you to drop your ring finger down onto the D string, 3rd fret, and then I want you to put your index finger onto the B string, 1st fret. So it looks like that. And we're going to play from the D string down. All right, so that's the first chord where we're not just doing the inside 4 strings. We're starting from the D string. And all I've done is shift everything down on my picking hand. So now my thumb is resting on the D string, and then the index, middle, and ring finger get the next 3 strings. That's your F major 7. And then the final chord is a C major 7, which that one I do index finger. Oh, they do middle and index, but I'll do middle finger and ring finger. These chords were auto-generated by my tab software, so there's some slight differences in the way I play it. But ring finger is going to be on 2nd fret D string, and ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the A string. And then the bottom 3 strings are going to be played open. This one has a little bit of a different rhythm, so we are going to play the first 4 strings like we were doing before. But right after that one, we're going to leave a little bit of a space and then play the high E string by itself too, as it's ringing out with the other strings. So it'll be like, right, a slight delay. Little delay, and then put that high E string in there. So that sequence, this is how the chorus is going to sound. Matter of fact, why don't I play a little bit of the little backing track I was using to practice to. All right, so this is kind of what the general gist of the backing track for the song is. And so you're just going to go A sus2, F major 7, C major 7. It's going to go 4 times. Back to the A, sus2, F major 7, C major 7. Try to get the hang of that timing if you can. All right, so that's that. And that is what the chorus is like. So after that, when we get into verse 2, there's some slight variations. I'm not going to go into it just for the sake of time. I did want to leave a little bit of time for Q&A if you guys had any questions about this or anything guitar related. But that's going to get you through, those chords will get you through the entire song. It's just a matter of knowing how to place them in verse 2, which is, instead of just doing A over C sharp, D minor 7, E minor 7, there might be some times in the second verse where you do play that B diminished 7. So I encourage you just to kind of listen to it, listen to verse 2, see what kind of chords are missing based on how we play verse 1, and just kind of fill them in there. But you will have all the chord shapes covered in this video. So let's turn that off. Let's go back to camera 1. So that is all I got for you for today. I wanted to open up the floor for any kind of questions, either about what we went over today or anything in general. I am going to be tweaking the times that I'll do my live streams in the future. I sent out a little poll, so if you haven't already seen it, there's a poll on my channel asking when's a better time for people to be able to actually be present during the live streams. A lot of people have messaged me saying that, oh, I'm sad I missed it, and when is it, and blah, blah, blah. So trying to find a time that works best for the majority of people so we can really get some discussion. People can ask the questions they've been kind of holding in. Definitely don't be shy. If you have questions, let me know. I am here to help. But right now the floor is open for you. Anything I need to touch on before? Let's see. If you're new to this kind of genre of music and you're kind of just getting into it and these chord shapes are very unfamiliar to you, I do have what's called Tizo's Chord Library, Volume 1. It has 35 shapes for the most common chord voicings that are used in R&B guitar that I've come across in my 15 years of playing. So it's really going to kind of help narrow down the search for what kind of chords do I need to know, what do I need to be really fluent in. I wanted to put that together. It has practice progressions for you. It has audio files for every chord type. It has tabs and sheet music. And also has some explainers telling you how to best learn those chord shapes and how to put them into practice, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, there will be a link to Tizo's Chord Library Volume 1 in the description of this video when it goes live on the channel. So definitely check that out. I do also have a Patreon page where I post all the tabs for what we went over today. So if you want the tab for today's lesson, it'll be on my Patreon, patreon.com/tizoguitar, just like the channel name. And I also have some advice in there for beginner and intermediate guitarists, as well as tabs for songs that I won't necessarily cover on the channel, but still want to make available if my patrons request it. So if you are a patron, you do get the benefit of being able to request tabs, and I'll go ahead and check the song out for you if I can tab it out. If it's not too crazy, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Yeah, so any questions? If not, I will get out of your hair. Yeah, oh, last but not least, if anything was really difficult for you today and you are looking for someone to kind of show you the ropes in more of a one-on-one manner, I do teach private lessons on Zoom. So if that's what you're interested in, go ahead and drop me an email at tizoguitar@gmail.com. Say, hey, I'm interested in taking lessons, and I will send you some info as soon as I can. I definitely want to make sure that you have everything that you need to develop into the kind of player that you want to be. And if some of the stuff on the channel is just above your head, I want to help you get there. So, yep, that's always available to you if you need it. All right, I'm getting out of here, going once, going twice. Okay. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully that helps you out and that you can learn that song and play with it. And if you are playing it and you record yourself and post it on the gram or Twitter or whatever, go ahead and tag me at tizoguitar. All right, I would love to see you guys demonstrating what you've learned on the channel. It really makes my day. So anyway, I want you guys to make sure you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week. I will see you at the next stream. Take care.